I'm Kerry from Tabletop Crafter. I'm playing Amy, the ever happy human paladin. Everyone's best friend.
I'm Daniel from Detailer Woodworking, and I'm playing Erden Septa, the Elven Blood Hunter, who, I don't know, he's not very nice.
I'm Abby from Trade and Testing, and I am playing Anakis, the Tiefling Druid. She's a bit funky and has a pet squirrel.
And I'm Laura, and I'm from Dark Moon Dice, and I'm playing Eden, the Eladrin Warlock, the ex-Royal Spy.
Oh. We meant to know that.
You're going to anyway.
To that end, we are going to jump straight into the Bard's Tale.
Right. I don't usually like to tell people that I was raised among royalty because at best it makes them think that you have power or wealth, and at worst it makes them wonder what they can get from you. Now, people always assume that everything is about money, and it's not, because you know what's better than money? Secrets, information. And that can buy you things that money never could, like loyalty and safety. And though I was the daughter of noble parents and I had a title of my own, I ended up working for the Edels for almost 30 years now. And before that, I grew up in their court, because like most girls, I was sent there to find someone to marry, which I did, a prince even, but that story is best left to another day. My actual job description changed based on who was asking and what they wanted me to do, but it always involved secrets. It started mostly as court work, polite backstabbing at parties, information to bribe royalty or blackmail them. And while I also got paid for my work, I've also collected an arsenal of information and favors that I plan to call in one day and keep collecting until maybe one day I'll work for no one but myself.
Oh.
Interesting.
Learning more and more. We last left. That's how those words work. Our adventurers in a bit of a dicey situation. Erden was nowhere to be found. Amy, Anakis, and Eden were made aware of a bunch of dead goblins just over the hill, as well as a massive army of elves approaching. Investigating the goblins, they found that Xander, the mysterious warrior who had helped them against the zombie bears earlier, they found that he was not necessarily as hands clean as they had hoped. Perhaps he'd gone and murdered all these goblins. They found him in combat with a cultist. Things happened. People disguised themselves as other people. Ultimately, Xander was chased into a forest, and a demon within him cast out by the party. At which point, Erden shows up, followed by a retinue of elven soldiers, scouts, for the army approaching. And that is where we pick up, with Erden having uttered the rather strained phrase of under arrest.
So, who's in this clearing just now? I've been brought in, like, you know, there's, what, is someone kind of standing with a knife? Is it a knife to my back? Kind of making me say...
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. How many elves? How many of this army or, like, advanced party?
5.
Okay. So that's not too bad.
An insurmountable thing.
How... Like, I'll obviously know this because I've been captured by them and I can see them. How well armoured are they? How well armed are they? How do they look like they'd be in a fight? Like, I know I'm handcuffed, but I have 3 travelling companions who hopefully would have my back. That I could maybe, you know...
Didn't you like just refuse to share a tent with us?
I feel like Erden's kind of, with his eyes, like, looking at them like...
I'm just sort of looking judgmental at him and just why?
Do.
So how did we leave? I can't remember how we left Xander. Was he like, did we tie him to anything, or was he just like he had my sword in
the
it?
tree.
Right, okay. I'm gonna just step like in between him and them so that they can't really see him well, protectively, not like hidingly. And ask, why are we under arrest?
So is that being addressed to the?
Well,
the
yeah, but
Not to me.
It's another group, whoever answers.
All right. The person with a blade to Erden's back introduces himself as Torn. He gives a low, deep bow, and as he pulls back his deep green cloak, you can see that underneath his armor is more decorative than functional looking. Lots of silvers and brocade swinging about from different clasps around the place.
Important.
You are under arrest because you have broken laws. That is normally how these things go.
What laws?
You find yourself... I apologize, I was just distracted by the chat there for a moment. You find yourselves in the path of a force that is currently marching. Finding yourselves in such a position is illegal. You have to make way for the army.
What do you mean we have to make way for the army? We're not
in anybody's way.
Yeah. How do we... what?
This is what I've been trying to explain to them.
I don't understand.
Why do you think we're in the way?
The force is only a few weeks behind us, and you are carrying weapons. You could be seen as a threat.
I mean, a lot of people around here carrying weapons.
We're just mere explorers.
I tried
to do no harm. Sorry.
I tried to explain to them that we could even help them and even aid them if need be. And Erden winks.
What is there anything like can we not be arrested? Because I don't feel like we've done anything wrong.
First things first, and I turned to him. Could you maybe take this blade from my back? And I'm among my friends here again now. Could you maybe take off these handcuffs? They do chafe against the skin. There's no need for them. I'm not your enemy, as you can see from my good friends here.
As he pulls the dagger back and looks as though he's about to lunge at you, a hand slowly comes down on his shoulder, and one of the smaller, less decorated elves behind him leans up to his ear and whispers. You see Torn's face bristle.
Do I recognise any of the elves?
None of them are to near us.
The only elf you know.
They all look the same.
Damn it.
Is there anyone that you were hoping to see?
No. Anybody I just might recognise, given my background.
Give me a history check.
Ooh, first roll of the game. Okay. Got new dice tonight, because the other ones are rubbish. Oh, yes! 20!
You got 20?
Yeah, 20.
Okay. I'm still sorting out the volume thing here. Let's see what I can do.
I don't even have dice, so I'm using a little app. Like, you press
cheating.
the button. It's horrible. I hate it.
Okay, so you got a 20 total for the history check.
Yeah.
Right. You do recognise the one behind him, but not from personal interaction. You recognise the seal on his left lapel. You find that you find. I apologize. You know what? I'm gonna just minimise the chat for a moment. Distracting me. You find that the clasp on the left-hand side is of something from your past. You've seen this seal personally. It appears to be a family crest, an heirloom that isn't normally worn on Edel soldiers. But it's one that you are not related to, but you recognise. I don't want to go too detailed with everyone else listening, but I'll ping you a message.
Yeah. I just sort of look at him, eyes squinted and looking up and down, trying to recall anything that I'm as to why I may possibly recognise him. That'll be it.
Okay. Torn, gritted teeth. If you agree to sign a waiver, and so we have your names, then we shall let you go with a warning. But should the army come across you yet again, you will be shot on sight.
What if they come across us ever? Because that's...
We're not staying here. We're merely passing through. We're not going to come across the army, and I don't particularly know you or trust you.
He then turns back to this crested elf, and they start having a whispered argument between them. Erden, you're the closest.
Yeah.
A perception check.
Oh, yeah.
Looking over here.
Sorry, 14.
14. You can overhear most of it. You get the occasional word dropped. Bless me.
Oh.
I wondered where that was.
I'm sneezing. The occasional word drops, but you get the gist. They are arguing back and forth in harsh whispers. Torn is talking about not needing the pretense that they should just carry on with their mission at hand. The other one, who he refers to as Fallon, he's insisting that the others don't know anything, and so appearances must be maintained.
Mm. Okay.
Torn then returns. We will let you all go. You can move on, and we will just hope that we don't see you again.
What's changed?
I am merely giving you a chance. I can see how intimidated you are by the threat of an elven army. I don't wish to create such an incident, should you resist.
I can't wait for him to take the handcuffs off.
Can I walk over to them? I put my sword away and walk over to them friendly and everything. And can I hold out my hand to the leader, whichever one seems to be the leader?
Torn appears to be.
I stick out my hand and say, "Hi, Torn. My name's Amy. Hopefully this didn't sort of sour anything, and we can stay on good terms. Perhaps we could all be friends, and sometime down the road, we could help you, or you could help us, or Yeah.
Give me a persuasion check. I am going to say that this will be at disadvantage, given the circumstances.
Oh dear.
There we are.
What's the persuasion? 11.
He eyes you up and down, assessing you. Always a pleasure to meet a human.
I think so too. Managed to meet an elf as well. See a lot of elves at the minute. This guy and...
He then turns his head dismissively and instructs one of the other elves with a bit more functional armour to remove the shackles from Airden, as another two, so the other two, move towards Xander.
Oh. Okay,
Ooh.
do I see that? Because
Yes.
I would be then darting to be like walking in time with him, if not trying to be quicker to get back over to him. Can we like, where are you going? What? I thought we were done.
Torn shouts over to you. They are collecting our prize.
There's no prize to collect. What prize?
When are the handcuffs off now?
Oh gosh.
The key.
Don't you dare do
The
that.
key is in the lock, and
Okay.
he stopped to watch what's going on.
Oh, okay.
But can I like walking backwards while still walking with them, but looking at Tom, being like, "What are you talking about? What prize?"
Why, the gentleman you have tied to a tree. He is to be taken to our prince. He has a word he'd like to have with him.
What's the word? I like words.
You do assort yourself with strange folk, don't you, Airden?
I'm just like not daring to say anything. I'm just too kind of.
The guard then clicks to unlock the shackles. They snap open.
Okay, so where's Torn? The one who had the knife to my back? He's walking towards Xander.
He's not walking towards Xander, no.
Oh, sorry.
So he is stood... there's basically just this other elven soldier between you and Torn.
Mm-hmm. Damn, so someone in the way.
There is someone in the way.
Oh well. Okay, that'll...
He's about 5 feet from you, though.
Okay. So I'm not sure how this would work because there's someone in the way. Can I cast Lightning Lure on Torn, please? He must succeed a strength save or he's pulled 10 foot towards me, and then he takes 1d8 lightning damage.
We're going to quickly launch into initiative then, to see if they notice any like movements and can react beforehand.
No! I forgot the Welsh accent. Okay, I'm at the Welsh accent's here. Oh, it's another 19.
Ooh, I did good. Which makes sense, I guess, because I surprised them.
Natural 20.
Oh god. 8.
What was
20,
yours
but-
again? Sorry, Dan.
20, not a natural 20.
Abby?
19.
19. And Laura?
Natural 20.
Natural 20. What is it when you add your dexterity?
21.
21.
That's sad.
Well, then it goes up by just 1.
Yeah.
Alright, so Eden, you see the shackles fly open, and you notice a movement, a sort of sweeping step of Airden's, as if he's grounding himself, readying for something.
Right. What do I know about these people? I mean, other than like what you can tell that the guy looks fancy. Like, do I know anything else?
You know that these are low-level functionaries, that these people are people that you wouldn't normally interact with on a day-to-day basis, that they're not like courtiers or anything, but these are the people that just get stuff done. So you've interacted with people of their type, and there may be some of them that you really like, but these ones in particular you've not spent any time with.
Okay, so if we do kill them, they're not really...
Yeah, they're not friends of yours or friends of your friends.
Anybody important. Like, it's not going to be something that gets anybody in trouble, right? They're right. just curious. Okay. Well, I should not have gone first. You
can hold your action if you want to. So you can say what it is that you would like to do in what circumstance. So just like...
okay. Okay, and this is the Merca army led by the dragon, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is like an advanced party for that army.
One would think that if we killed them all, we would really be doing ourselves a favor, right? This is the naughty army that's going to destroy what we just rebuilt.
Yeah.
That's... I mean, I haven't forgotten part of the story, right?
Yep,
that is part of Airden's thinking.
We could also be hunted down and killed as well.
Well, I mean, if they want to take Xander, and we can't have that happen.
No.
So no, you stay out of this.
Can't let anyone else take him away.
Okay. I will hold my action, but I'll can I give Airden like a nod, like a I got you back.
Oh, awesome.
All right.
Is there any particular thing that you want to ready yourself to do? So if one of the elves draw a weapon, you then let off a cantrip or something.
Sure. I'll pick one of the other ones, not the one that Airden's going for. One of the other ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Airden, it is you next.
So when Eden's kind of just did the little, nod. I don't know how this all works, like slow motion. Like if I'm casting this lightning lure thing, do I just have time to kind of, just nod back or something?
Yeah.
Like despite all the kind of animosity and kind of how uncooperative Eden's been with Airden, there's a little moment of understanding, going, yes, you're behind me finally.
I like this. It's a little bit Return of the Jedi going on. I like it.
Yeah, okay, so I do my lightning lure thing on Torn. I'm not bothered about the other ones. I just want the one who was holding the knife to my back.
Well, we would kill one. We're going to have to kill them all.
Well, we need to leave one alive, but I don't think I'd have time to say that to you.
We can't leave one alive?
For now.
What?
Don't kill...
For now. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Don't kill them all outright.
Yeah, got it.
I need to speak to one of them. So I cast Lightning Lure. He must succeed a strength save or is pulled 10 feet towards me, and then he takes 1d8 lightning damage.
What's the DC?
So this is my spell save DC, yes?
Yes, it will be.
Yes, 12.
You got a 14.
Oh! Okay.
So it's just the lightning damage, I believe.
Yeah. 1d8. Do I roll that or do you?
You roll it. It's your damage.
1. Well.
I mean, oh.
Okay. Fine.
Anakis. My apologies, Eden. Anything else you want to do, like run, or are you gonna stand your ground?
No, I stand my ground and yell after him. That's for putting a blade to my back. I'll just, that's it.
So it'll just be you sweep your foot, you ground yourself, you throw your hand forward as an arc of lightning comes from your chest along your arm and shoots out and strikes his armor and glances off and gets muddled amongst all the different brocade and fabrics in his armor. He looks at you as if you just tickled him.
Well, it's just the beginning.
Now, Anakis.
I assume everybody looks a little bit annoyed at this point. So, I am going to. I'm going to. Oh, I don't have any cantrips that I could do any damage with. I don't even have any at level 1, for goodness sake. Oh no, I do. I'm just gonna. How has Aiden moved at this point?
No.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna hold my action until Aiden moves.
Oh.
Because I don't want to hurt him. Because I assume they're in quite a small bundle at this point.
Yes, they are. Essentially, this guard that unlocked Aiden's shackles, he's pretty much
He's
like
behind him.
Right in front of him. If we were going like by grid, like 5 foot by 5 foot squares, this guy's in Aiden's space.
Okay.
He is all up in his grill, yo. I am down with the kids.
I am gonna wait. Because I want to. The only damaging spell I've currently got prepared is Ice Knife, so I don't want to. I don't want to cast that in that direction. So,
I'm pretty sure you've already cast that and hurt me by accident at some point. So
yeah,
it's not the first time.
I didn't really. Yeah.
Oh, an accident.
I'm going to hold my action until Aiden moves out of the way, and then just go for it as soon as he moves. I'm going to sort of like give him a nod and just sort of say, right, okay. I'm just going to sort of like, initiate. Head action as if to say, move out the bloody way.
Alright. So the two elven soldiers moving towards Xander will at this point break into a run.
Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot they were.
Sorry, I
forgot they were. Sorry, it's not my turn. Go on, I've done it now.
Alright, if you want to lock that in.
Fine.
They break into a run towards him, with Amy being right next to one of them. She gets an attack of opportunity if she wants.
Can I... See, I don't want to hurt them. Is there any way I could do, like... Are they, like, side by side? Probably not going to let me do this.
They are next to each other, but I imagine you
no way
like,
of getting both,
in a line. When you go to hit them, you can go for what used to be called subdual damage. You can basically try to not kill them. Even if you get them to 0, you can just knock them out.
Yeah, I was just thinking like grappling them. I want to like tackle one to the ground, but...
Yeah, you can do that. That would be a strength
the leg
athletics check.
Yeah. I wanted to... It still leaves one of them going, but I presume... How far away from Xander are we?
You're only about 15 feet from it. If you wanted to push one of them into the other to knock them both down...
Please, yes.
Yep, that would again be a strength athletics check. Opposed by theirs. Got an 11. What did you get?
15.
Then, as soon as you see them sort of hunch down and dash forward, you turn, quickly shove, almost instinctively, one of them into the other, and they both collapse down onto the floor, bundled into each other. They quickly pick themselves back up again, but they now are stuck in the same spot. You've essentially arrested their motion. Both of them draw short swords and decide to attack you.
Yeah.
What was Amy's armor class?
At 19.
19. Then, as you've shoved them, you bring your arms back up into a defensive posture, just enough to glance both blades as they come down at the same time. Just a small burst of anger before you quickly compose yourself. I imagine with a petite smile.
Yeah, always.
Torn and Fallon, Fallon draws a dagger, Torn with his own, decides to roll over the back of the soldier that's right in front of you and come down with his dagger on Aiden. What was Aiden's armor class?
Sorry. It is 15.
15. I got 13. So as he comes down, raising up the shackle to defend yourself, it glances off the shackle just before it falls down from your arm completely. Fallon decides to rush at Eden. I got a 15. What's your armor class, Eden?
12.
12.
Created on your held actions yet?
Ooh. No, they've started moving. That's a very good point. Eden, they've started doing stuff.
So do stuff. I don't... does it work this way? Like, can I let him attack me and then I can attack him?
If you want to do it that way, I'll allow that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just do it now.
Okay.
Cool.
So, Fallon dashes towards you.
You're gonna hit me anyway.
See you, Abby. As he dashes towards you, thrusts his dagger, and manages to get it into your chest. Just as Enver leans down and stretches his arm out, slightly elongating, small spikes sticking out, as if he was trying to get in the way of the blade. But he doesn't manage to do so.
Don't do that.
You take 6 points of damage.
Oh, that's nothing. That's nothing.
And then, as he's pulling the blade out, he turns it ever so slightly.
That's mean.
And as he pulls it out, you note that the wound is gaping and gushing blood. So while you've not taken direct damage, you know that this is going to be hellish to heal.
Yeah, okay. Alright. Now I'm angry.
And the one that's been flipped over simply starts moving away from Erden, running at full speed. So Eden gets her reaction, and then Erden afterwards, if you want, you've got an attack of opportunity.
I really want... Ugh. I mean, I feel like I should use Hellish Rebuke because at least it's a reaction now.
Well,
but...
Yeah. But because
it's,
you held your action, it's using your reaction to use that. So it's either Hellish Rebuke or the other thing. That's the downside of holding your action.
Yeah, then I'm gonna go with Chill Touch.
Cool.
Because that's my badass one. Busting out the necromancy. Okay.
Yeah, all your spells sound awesome.
Oh, they are. They are. You haven't seen this one yet. This does. This does.
Ain't seen nothing yet. Dun, dun.
Oh no, it's not this one. Oh no, it's not. Sorry.
I'm dreading us doing a musical episode. I really am.
That's not happening. Why would that be a thing?
I did not get that memo.
I could see Erden being really into that.
I mean, I could see Amy being into it, but...
Once more, with demons! I like Dead Aussie Gamers imagining that touch spells are always dispersed through a firm but authoritative slap across the face.
Oh, maybe it was Blight. Sorry. Blight, I think, was the one I wanted. 219. I'm sorry. These are both new.
They're both spells.
Yeah, but one is more awesome than the other. Yes! Blight. 8d8 necrotic damage.
What? How do you have that at level... What? Oh.
Levels, they're looking at mine, it's like 1d10 damage. I'm like,
It's like the nuclear bomb option. How do I get that spell?
Warlock.
That's yeah. Well, that's wizard technically, isn't it?
I have no idea. I don't play spellcasters. This is the closest I get.
No.
Commanding everyone.
Yeah. Okay. Only because I want to look really badass. Okay. Necromantic energy. Watch the creature of your choice. Gives you an range of vitality from it. Target 88 damage on a failed save, or half damage on a successful one. That's it.
Your saving throw DC is going to be higher than 10, isn't it?
Where is that on my thing?
It's usually
Oh,
8
it's over
plus
here,
your
it's over here.
proficiency
13.
plus
Yeah,
other stuff, so yeah. Damn it. I need
I
more
didn't
dice. Where can I buy more dice?
I'm pretty sure there are three
bring-
people here.
Sure, at least one of us can help.
Okay, so he failed that. So blight, is that transmitted via touch as well?
Doesn't say.
No, it's a 30 feet range, so verbal and somatic. So you basically
Yeah.
you say a thing, you do a thing, and
Yeah.
it sort of launches at them.
Yep.
Right. So as you thrust your hands towards him, despite the fact that he's right in front of you, these spectral green hands reach out, wrap around his dagger hand, and pull the dagger towards you again. But then the dagger lands into the chest of the spectral form of Selendar as he steps forward from your body. And you see Fallon's face fall, and his cheeks get sucked in slightly. His eyes start to roll into the back of his head. How much damage was it?
Okay. 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. Sorry. 3. I didn't bring 8 with me. 8, I know. 13, 14, 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 40.
Holy crap.
There you go.
Bye.
As
I
you
want
see his-
everybody to be watching this.
Which one is this? Sorry, which one is this again, Drew?
This is Fallon. This is the,
Oh, it's not
the sort
Torrent.
of
Okay, that's fine.
worm-tonguey,
Yeah.
whispery guy.
Right.
So yeah,
No more left of your guy.
his cheeks sallow immediately. His eyes roll back. His hair begins to whiten and fall out at the hairline. You see his nails seem to elongate. His skin shrivel up, and his breath gets pulled out. His chest starts to cave in on itself, and he starts hunching over. The only thing that he seems to be able to use to hold himself up as his legs give way is the dagger being held up by Selendar, who then wrenches the dagger from his hand, grabs his neck, lifts him up high into the air, 12 feet high, and then drops him. The dagger collapsing to his side at the same time, and he falls down dead.
Oh my god.
I love him so much.
Amy saw none of that because she didn't do it pushing the other people over.
Yeah.
Did I see that?
You
Oh,
better
yes.
have.
I think I shout across, we'll talk about this later.
You and me, we're gonna have a conversation.
So, Erden, you get an attack of opportunity against unnamed anonymous elven soldier number 3.
Yes, was this, sorry, did you say one of them was running away?
Yes, that's the one that's running. So the one that unlocked your shackles,
Yeah.
Torn sort of rolled over him and crashed down on you, and now this guy, who is also within 5 feet of you, runs away.
Okay. I will attack him with my crossbow. Yeah, just straight up attack with my crossbow.
You reach for your crossbow, and you find that because you were captured, your weapons are being held by the elves.
Oh, of course.
Oh, man.
Oh, such a shame.
Damn it. Okay. Oh well, that's my action, I guess.
Oh,
Is it?
That's not your action. You reach for your crossbow, and then you remember you still have your action.
So where would they be? Like,
Can he grab a weapon off of me?
do any of the soldiers obviously have my weapons like on them or anything?
Yes, in fact, this one that is running away has your sword on him. Because
Right.
this is just a reaction and it's an attack of opportunity, it's meant to be just a single melee attack. I will allow you to make a sleight of hands check to see if you can take your sword and then use it.
Oh yeah, totally.
Alright?
Right.
Got a beat of 13.
No, that will not. No, that's 6.
So as you reach for your sword that's currently tucked into his belt, he turns, draws his sword, and starts walking backwards. So instead of running all the way away, he's now just 10 feet away, ready for you.
Okay.
Amy,
Yeah.
Do I get my attack? Because I've not. Because everybody's moved.
Yes, that's a good point. Do remind me about your readied actions. I have not noted them down because I am a big poopy pants.
I have changed what I want to do. Am I allowed to do that?
Not with a readied action.
That's fine.
So it's
I'm going
use
to
it or lose
cast.
it.
Can I just note where the guy with the seal is?
That's the
silver
guy
head.
that's just been killed entirely by Eden's spell. That was Fallon.
Okay, I am
his
now
body's
going to
fallen on the
cast.
floor.
It's fine. Are there a group of them still? Like
There's
within
two
close
of them with
proximity?
Amy, and
Okay.
Torn and this other elven soldier. They are also within 5 feet of each other. So you've got two groups of 2.
Okay, how far away are they?
From you, you've got the 2 near Amy, which are 10 feet behind you, and then you've got 15 feet in front of you, the group in front of Aiden.
Okay, I am going to cast. Ice knife. No, thunderwave. No. Oh,
Thought you readied fire thing. Wasn't it fire?
no, it was ice knife. I'm gonna. Yeah. Sorry, I've got to keep what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna cast ice knife.
Cool. Well, since both groups have got elves moving, you can pick which group you want to launch the ice knife at.
The one that are 15 feet away.
Okay, the ones near Aiden.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry, Ed.
That's alright, I'm used to it.
That will be a brain work. 19 to hit.
19.
Mhm.
Definite hit. So I now need to make a dexterity saving throw, if memory serves, for the other guy.
Yeah. The target and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage.
Shall we say, for the sake of argument, that you were aiming for the anonymous elf and not Torn, so that anonymous elf, 5 feet away, Torn, and then 5 feet beyond him, and not needing to make a dexterity saving throw, Aiden.
Yes.
Because this guy's moved 10 feet away, so it's now this guy, Torn, Aiden.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah? I mean, if you
Yeah.
want, you can go for Torn and get both Aiden and this guy.
No. No. I've done it to him before, I can't do it to him again. It's a bit mean.
Starts to look like it's on purpose.
I'll try and avoid hitting him. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, dex save of 14.
Okay. Failed that dex save, and you've hit the main elf dude.
Okay. Damage is... Oh, it's D10 again. That's a D8. Where are you, D10? There. Ooh! That will be a... Hang on, don't want to... 12 to hit? Is that right? No, 8 to hit, sorry. I rolled an 8.
Damage you're
An
rolling.
8, sorry. Yeah,
You
ignore
rolled
me.
a 19 to
I'm...
hit.
Did I?
Yep.
Why?
What?
Explain. I'm so confused. What?
You already rolled the
Oh,
hit.
it's
Far.
not-
You rolled damage.
Sorry, I'm so tired. I'm sorry, guys. Right, okay. That will be 15 to hit.
Damage or to hit? Because you've
Hang
already...
on, where are we? What are we doing? I'm so confused. I'm so tired. Right.
You're just rolling your damage. You're just
Yep.
rolling damage.
Oh my god.
What did you roll on your d10s?
I rolled an 8 on my D10.
Right, and what do you add to it? Anything?
A 4
Don't
modifier.
believe so.
Oh no, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong bloody
yeah.
thing. No, yeah,
So
just
it's
an
8.
8.
Yeah.
Straight 8.
9 times out of 10, if it's spells, you don't add your damage on unless you're like a sorcerer.
Yeah, sorry.
Uh,
I know. Why am I having such a dumb moment right now? I'm so sorry, guys.
We all know
Yeah.
why.
So tired.
I don't know why I'm being mean today. I apologise. You're not normally dumb.
No, I am. It's fine.
Okay, so that's 8 damage from the ice knife that flies out, and then it's what, 2d6 to the guy next to him?
Is yeah. Yes. Oh, 8. Another 8.
Another 8. And it's your staff that you've got as your arcane focus, was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So raising your staff up, hitting it down into the ground. Some of the water splashes out from the top soil, whirls around your staff and collects at the front, shoots forward, twisting in the air as it has done before in the cave, solidifying as it does so, and crashing into this elf. He then turns, and as he's turned towards Torn, the dagger in his chest explodes out, shrapnel landing in Torn and flying past Airden. But luckily, none of it getting him.
Okay.
Both the elves are still up and standing, but they've both been damaged, injured, and they're both now looking around to see what they can assess of the situation.
Cool.
Now it's Amy.
Yeah.
Sorry, Amy.
No, it's fine. Alright, so I wanna if I move past them they're gonna attack me, aren't they? But
Well, you've shoved them 5 feet away and down.
alright, okay.
So you have gap. You can move away.
Right. I wanna loop around them so I'm stood directly in front of Xander, like my back to Xander, but so I'm stood in front of him.
Okay.
Between them and him. But they're standing now, aren't they?
Yes.
So I want to use command on one of them.
Okay.
So 13 is the save.
And what is your command?
Flee. What?
I can't say anything, I guess, like in game. But
Not the team.
And so it's just to the one guy.
Just yeah. So I want to command one of them, and then actually talk to the other. Is that okay? Like it's a free. What's that? Why does this look like I've done something wrong?
So as you stare at one of them, you just cock your head ever so slightly and tell him to flee. He immediately drops his sword, turns, and starts running. The other one, turning to watch him run, look back at you. Sorceress.
Smile. I mean, Paladin technically. But, look at what's happened to your friends. I don't want to hurt you. Leave my friend alone. Just go. And I stand with like my sword out, threatening them, but still smiling.
He looks at you, eyes locked on yours, and starts to draw his blade along his arm.
Oh god, I've seen this before. Christ.
Blood mage.
Is it his go?
No. Like no effect is happening, but
Right,
he's
okay.
starting to do that. So yeah, you're standing between him and Xander.
Yeah.
Alright, that's your turn. Eden. Oh, unless there's something else you want to say to him, you've got time to say another thing.
No.
No?
You made me nervous now. Something that's gonna happen, but okay.
So, Eden.
Right, how many more are left? I'm gonna try and leave that one. If Airden could kill like one of them, that'd be great.
So there's 3 still left active and aggressive. One of them's running away, and one of them's dead. So there's 3 still standing and fighting. There's one that could still turn around and fight soon.
But he's running.
Yeah.
Okay, so Amy's with one,
Mhm.
and Airden and I are with the other, and that's the other one that Anakis was shooting at?
Yes.
Right, okay. So I'll go with the other one that Anakis was shooting at.
Okay.
I'm just gonna use all my spell slots. I'm gonna go Arms of Hater. Oh, actually, that gets everyone within 10 feet of me, so it's gonna get both of them. Yeah?
Okay. It gets everyone within 10 feet of you?
Yep. All creatures.
Yeah. So yeah, you can run around behind them, the other side of them to Airden, and get them.
Yep. So I need a strength saving throw. On a failed save, you take 2d6 necrotic damage and can't take reactions until your next turn.
One of them failed, one of them succeeded.
Okay, on a successful save, the creature takes half damage but suffers no other effect. So either way, they're going to take damage.
Okay.
Do I roll? So yeah, because it's a 1 damage and then the other one takes half of that.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. Okay. 8.
So
8 damage.
8 necrotic damage.
8.
Right. So as you run up behind the lot of them, the one that's just had the nice ice knife shoved into his chest turns to face you. You throw your arms out, Enver clambering to on top of your head to mimic your motions.
He's so cute. He's adorable, isn't he?
And the leaves of the forest seem to skitter along the ground, the wind picking up, and gather up into this wave behind you that then crashes down and wraps around the small leaves and twigs, spinning around, cutting at them. But you see that the small twigs and thorns and leaves, as they cut underneath the skin, start to burrow and dive into them. And it starts necrotizing the tissue around it as they start penetrating in. The soldier starts to gasp for air and then collapses down to the ground. However, Torn, you see that these things are going into him and he's getting cut open, but there isn't any blood showing.
Great.
And he turns his head to look at you, sees this swirling mass of nature trying to attack him, and he simply pulls out a talisman, gives a wink, and then tucks it away. You recognize it as the same kind of talisman that you saw that cultist lady pull out.
I stole her finger! A finger and a medallion cancel each other out. Actually, that's how that works.
I'm afraid not.
Okay, fine.
Is the one that fell on the ground, is he dead?
Yes.
Ah, well, in that case, can I use my reaction? I have a reaction when I see someone die in front of me. Yeah. Yeah, Blood Curse of the Fallen Puppet, which sounds really badass. Whenever a creature falls unconscious or dies within 30 feet of me, I can make it attack. The creature makes one attack against a target of my choice within its attack range. So, if he's dead, there's the one running away, and then there's 2 other ones?
So, right in front of you, the one that died, there's Torn in front of him.
Yep.
And then 25 feet away,
yep.
Amy's stood with one other guy, and then one that's about to run.
Okay, I just get him to attack Torn then.
Alright.
And I think I don't have to do anything else. I think it's all up to
yeah,
to
then,
you. Yeah.
attack roll, and of course I'd roll a 19 this time around, wouldn't I?
Oh, and I'm going to amplify it as well. I can amplify its effect by taking damage. So his damage roll gains +2. So I add +2 onto his damage, and I'll take some damage off me.
Cool. So is that just kind of like you see the death happening in front of you, and you just like, I don't know, like squeeze a blade or something to sort of like harm yourself in a voodoo thing?
I think I don't have anything physical I think I can hurt myself with. I just feel like it's, as I use this spell, like it drains some kind of like vitality from me. Like it's not like my sword one where I can like cut myself and the sword, bursts into flames type
it's more
thing.
like you're just sort of like affecting things around you. Okay, yeah. So locking him in with a stare as he's about to collapse down with his sword, he sort of stops mid-stumble, locks forward, and gives one solid swipe down on Torn, doing 7 more damage. So as he slices down at Torn. Torn looks utterly shocked, and then the guy collapses down to the ground. Torn turns, looks at Erden, looks at Anakis, looks at Eden, and then he looks behind him at a potential exit. But he's not taking it yet because it's Anakis' turn.
My go.
That's a good point. Yeah, that was your reaction. That was not your action. Oh my god. Get your head in the game, Drew. Come on.
We're not awake today.
We are not.
So the guy who dropped his sword and ran away, can I run over and pick up his sword?
Yep, he's 25 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
That one, yep. As you run past Torn would get an attack of opportunity because he's right in front of you.
That's okay. I just need a weapon. I'll take the damage.
Misses. So as he turns, swings his blade. Seems that he's too distracted by trying to work out whether it's Anakis, Eden, or you that just did that to him. So as he swipes his blade, you manage to duck underneath it, stumbling through the uneven terrain. You dive forward and manage to rush up and grab that sword. You are now right next to an elf, however, who is starting to cut his arm. Since you've just moved and just like picked up a sword, which you can do sort of like on the run, I'll still give you your action.
Oh, sweet. Oh, in that case, I'm going to attack the... Okay, there's the one drawing his... cutting his arm in front of Amy, and there's the one who's running away?
Yes. Strictly speaking, he is still just about to start running away, because it's not been his turn yet, since the command was given, so he can't use that turn to run away yet. So he's dropped the sword and has turned. So he's still like right there if you want to do something to him.
Yeah, could I attack him? And I don't know how this would work mechanics-wise, but I'm kind of aiming to like immobilize him rather than kill him. Could I like slice at the tendons in the back of his legs or something?
Yes,
or
Arrow to the knee.
Yeah.
Like I was saying to Kerry as well, I nearly called you Amy. I'm so sorry. It's just the names are right underneath your pictures. The number of times that I've nearly called Abby Anakis as well. But yeah, just like I was explaining, you can basically turn any damage into non-lethal damage just by opting to.
I'm specifically trying to like. I don't even care if I do 0 damage or whatever. I don't want to kill him, and I want him to not be able to keep running away. If I can do anything to slow him down or make him prone or anything.
Yeah.
Throw something at him to knock him down.
Ideally, permanently.
Well, you could knock him prone if you want.
I want to try and no, because I feel like then he could just get up again on his next
He
go.
will still get up. He will
could I?
time to do this.
Yeah.
Could I do anything that would give him, slow him down permanently?
Make an attack roll, and we'll see.
Barely speak before.
You could do enough to try and knock him out.
So just a straight up 20. I'm using my sword, aren't I?
Yeah, it's just an attack. With a random short sword.
I've got +5 on my rapier, but I've no idea what that would be on a short sword.
It would be your proficiency plus your strength modifier or dexterity, since the short sword is versatile.
In that case, it's 18 altogether.
Finesse, sorry, not versatile. 18 altogether, that hits. And a short sword is D6 damage.
Okay. 11.
11.
I've got a D6 then +5. Because I have a +5 to damage.
Yep.
Somehow. I've worked it out before. But yeah, I got 6 +5.
That's fine. Your dex or strength, I think, is 20, one of them, isn't it?
My dex is really high, I think, which is why I get +5 to hit and +5 to damage.
Okay, so damage. You have managed to cut along the back of his legs. He stumbles forward, tries to pick himself up, and then collapses to the ground unconscious. You've managed to traumatize the backs of his legs, although you know that he's not going to bleed out anytime soon.
Awesome, perfect.
Alright. That is Eden's turn. Now it's Anakis.
So I'm going to. There's just the one that's with Amy, isn't there?
Amy and Erden still have one conscious one in front of them, and there's also Torn, who is close to Eden.
It's like he's running away.
He's looking to run away. Yeah.
Is there anyone? How far away from me is he? Is he still 15
So
feet?
Torn's 15 feet. The other guy's 10 feet.
I am gonna run at Torn. Although I can I use my primal savagery just to get my claws and my teeth out?
Yeah.
Just to look. I just want to run at him and just sort of really intimidate him and go to attack him. But I don't think I could do all that at once, can I? Can I?
Primal Savagery, is that an action
Yeah.
to activate?
It says it's one action. So I don't think I can turn it on. And run at him, can I? No.
You can run at him and then use an action. Forgive me, Primal Savagery, what was...
Is this like a Wolverine kind of thing? You just go animal and just...
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it wild shape, you mean? The turning into an animal?
No, it's primal savagery. It's a cantrip.
Oh, right. That's why I'm not seeing it in the list of Druid features.
Sorry.
I got very confused.
Sorry, that's my fault. Apologies.
Primal Savagery. So what does Primal Savagery do?
You channel primal magic to cause your teeth or fingernails to sharpen, ready to deliver a corrosive attack. Make a melee spell attack against the creature within 5 feet of you. So I run at him and get it out, I think, but I can't attack him. That's what I want to double check.
Xanathar's Guide. Let's pull up Xanathar's Guide.
I mean, from the wording of that, it sounds like you said you make a melee spell attack.
Yeah.
It seems like it is part of the casting of the spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you can. I mean, it's Drew's call. That's just...
Yeah.
It sounds like you can, so let's say that you can while I look it up and we'll retrofit it if it needs to be. But, yeah.
Okay.
Make the attack.
Yeah. Oh, 25.
25? That definitely hits.
I'll just is it me? Just one d10. 4 points of damage. Acid damage.
What was the acid damage, sorry?
Yeah. 4 points of acid damage.
4 points of acid damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cantrip, one action. Just a somatic component, so it is just you basically doing the whole Buffy vampire thing, or just like, and then leaping on them.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that cantrip.
I'm sure I've used it before. I think I used it in the very first session.
Possibly, but you know, memories are a fickle thing. So, you charge over to, was it Torn, the guy near Eden? Was it?
Yeah.
Right. And 4 points of acid damage. Right. You'll be able to rush over, grab hold of his shoulders, which shocks him for a moment, and you drag your teeth along his neck and shoulder. And as you pull your head back, you can hear the sizzle and crackle of his skin left behind. You've got some blood of his dripping from your teeth, and it's thick and black. And there's this kind of viscous ichor. It doesn't taste very nice. And then as you let him go and sort of shove him back, Nutkin peers out from behind your head and then burrows himself back down into your hood.
It's like, nope, not today.
Yeah.
Hell no. She's on one.
In one of her moods.
She's supposed to be a nice character. She's turning out to be quite vicious. Quite nasty.
I'd like to think actually that while you've got this cantrip on, it does sort of like force your facial features into a more bestial sort of Buffy vampire thing.
Amy's looking around at all of us going, who are these people?
It's just
I feel like I'm pretty consistent.
So many people I need to send. We've got time, we'll work on it.
Brilliant.
Alright.
Tonight at the campfire. You guys want to talk about our Lord?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, who will win eventually? Will you turn us to good, or will we corrupt you and turn you to
I think
evil?
we're all pretty evil, aren't we, at this point in the game?
Yeah.
Apart from
So-
Amy.
Torn wrenches his amulet from round his neck, tosses the dagger aside, and then slams his hand down into his other hand, crushing the amulet. It seems to have been made out of some kind of pottery or clay. And as he smashes it into his hand, the pieces of it collapse down into the ground into a rough circle around him. He quickly spins around to complete the circle with this ground up amulet, and then he gets pulled down into the ground as the earth twists and pulls him down into like a sinkhole that's just appeared. And as he disappears into the ground, the rest of the mud sort of bubbles up over him and fills in the spot where he just
He's
was.
like, ooh.
Fuck.
Oh, God.
Okay.
You had one job, Airden. One job.
Oh, come on.
Are we still in
One job.
Yeah.
Yes, because we still have the elf who's
Oh, yeah.
self-harming.
Poor guy.
Oh, gosh.
As he draws the sword along his arm, he then flicks it out. You see that he also has this thick black blood. And then he tries to swing his sword at Amy. Realizing that Airden is right there, he seems to think better of it, jumps to the side to almost get away from Airden, and swipes his sword down.
How far is the jump to the side, Drew?
By like 2 feet. It's a narrative flourish rather than a mechanical movement. But I rolled a natural 20, so this is going to be amazing.
Oh, shit.
As he brings the blade down, he crashes through Airden's defences, the short sword that Airden had just picked up from this elf, splitting in two, a sundered blade. And as he crashes the sword down into Airden's shoulder, he then rips it down. As he does so, Airden feels a part of himself get pulled forward and out of himself. He could almost see a part of himself, a ghostly image, fall forward further than Airden's body does. Then look back, see his own body, and fall back into him. Airden is knocked backwards, struggling to stabilize himself. And the world suddenly starts spinning around. Oh, it's doubled, isn't it? So he takes 22 points of necrotic damage.
Holy shit!
Holy fuck, okay.
Could you also now please make a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, man.
Are
Okay.
you conscious still?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm doing alright.
Yeah.
Really, really wish I hadn't used my spell divinity.
8.
8. As the spiritual form of Airden recombines with his body, and the world is reeling around him, all the sounds of the combat, the rustling of the leaves, all of them seem heightened and right in front of him. Everything is daunting and loud and cloying at his senses. Airden is frightened.
Is he not immune to frightened?
Is he immune to it?
Else?
No, advantage on savings against being charmed. Magic can't put me to sleep. No, I don't think anything against being frightened.
Oh, no. I keep forgetting to do the bloody Welsh accent tonight. Come on.
Sorry, we'll just fix it all in post.
It's
I
fine.
just have to re-record all
I'll
of
just
your
re-record
audio.
all my bits.
It's fine. In Audacity, there's like a Welsh slider. You can
I've
just
not had...
Turn the Welsh up.
All I've done is cast spells and not actually really said anything.
There we go.
Very true.
Yeah.
So what does fear
Fine.
do?
Hmm?
What are the effects of fear?
Oh, that you can't willingly move towards the thing, and any attacks are at disadvantage.
Okay.
Is this guy even looking rough? Like, does he look like...
He doesn't look like an extremely competent soldier, no.
Okay.
Can I still use... Sorry. Can I use my reaction?
Yes, you can use your reaction.
Okay, gonna burn my last spell slot. I've got Hellish Rebuke, which I would like to use.
Ah,
Go
for it.
But I presume fear or being frightened is going to factor into this. So when taking damage, creature that dealt damage takes 2d10 plus 1d10 fire damage. But if they save that, then it's half. So they've got to... Oh god, what have they got to... They've got to beat
because it's a saving throw and not an attack roll, there is no disadvantage to this.
Sweet, okay. So they get a saving throw. They've got to beat 12.
I got a natural 20 again.
Okay.
Oh no.
Well, you still get half the damage.
Yep.
Okay.
So roll your 2d10.
So, oh shit. Okay, so that's 18 altogether. And then you get 1d10 slashing damage. So that was 2d10 fire damage, 1d10 slashing.
So I'll halve the fire damage.
Which is 1, so 19 altogether. So I don't know how you want to split that in half.
Normal etiquette is to round down, so that's 9 plus a 1 for the slashing. So he is down.
Yay! Am I still
while
frightened?
Everything
That
is
he's
reeling around you. You'll have just taken the sundered blade in your hand, the hilt with a jagged bit of sword blade still on it, and just spun around. And as you do so, flames sputter from your hand, from your grip around the handle, and then eventually a jet plume fires out and wraps around you as you do this spinning attack, which catches the guy's cloak on fire.
Yay! I killed someone.
Didn't even stab him though.
As he collapses down to the ground in shock, you then note that his skin has started to sort of peel away and crackle, and underneath is a skeleton suspended in black ichor, with just skin seemingly wrapped around it.
Okay.
We are now out of initiative, since all combatants are gone. Or
I'm going
unconscious.
to run towards the guy at the seal, the guy, and just look, just check his body for anything else that.
Am I still bleeding really badly?
Yes, Eden is still bleeding really badly. To the point that natural healing and spending hit dice will not heal this damage. It needs to be magically healed.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just look around at both Eden and Eden, who are seemingly quite badly hurt.
Yeah, I'm not doing good.
Sigh.
I've got some cure wounds as well.
This is why we don't get in fights. We should just.
He put me in handcuffs.
Well, you probably
He shackled me.
Probably definitely deserve it.
Yeah. Just you come here. I'll help you. Look.
Who's the most damaged out of the both of you?
Might be me.
Yeah, I think it's you.
I'm on 7 hit points.
I can cast cure wounds at level 2 on you. But will that help? Did you say true?
Cure wounds at level 2. Yeah.
I'm just low on hit
that
points.
will
I don't think I've
help.
got anything else wrong with me.
Or would it be better for Eden to?
Cure wounds might not work on whatever this
fear?
is. Eden has.
Yeah.
Well, it's not fear. It's whatever Eden has at normal curing, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah, so cure wounds will work on curing Eden. Yeah,
Right.
there's no like disease or
Eden.
anything. But with Erden, again, it's necrotic damage that he took, but there's no curse on him, So yeah, natural healing can work on him. It's fine. His spirit just had a bit of a shock.
Oh, okay. So.
A lot of emotional damage.
It sounds worse than it is.
On the inside.
You cure Eden because she's like closer to you, and I'll put a hand on Eden's. Are you on the floor? Is Eden on the floor?
No,
it's still standing.
Okay. I've just like put a hand on his shoulder and put some lay on hands in. How much are you down?
Well, I'm on 7 hit points out of 33.
Can't math that. How many are you down?
Oh god. I mean, I'm all right. Like, he's not unconscious.
I
Like,
give you 20.
Well, that'd be 26.
Awesome.
That's my whole.
Down 6.
right.
That's all my lay on hands.
Thank you. I'll say to. I think Erden kind of looks at Amy and he's like, "They were going to take Xander, Amy."
I know. I was dealing with it. That's why I'm here. They didn't take him. We're good. I mean, we didn't have to. Look, this is a conversation to have later, right? I feel.
Yes, we've got some we've got some interrogating to do.
We don't need to interrogate anyone.
And I walk off across to the guy who's unconscious.
Can I turn to Xander and say, "Are you okay?" That was pretty tense.
While he's tied to the tree, he is breathing heavily. Why would you do all that for me?
Because you're our friend. Well, you might say don't like.
Erden's just laughing.
No.
Sexy.
You're my friend. I don't want someone to either take you or hurt you.
Yeah, we can't have someone else hurting you.
Plus, ignore him. He's just grumpy. He was just arrested. It's the whole thing. Like, he just needs some time so that he'll calm down. I wondered, before I will untie you, but
Do I hear that?
no, well, yes, but you're walking away. I just ignore everything Adam says.
You are. There is 10 feet between Xander tied up on the tree and the guy that you knocked out, Erden. So you are close enough to hear a conversation.
Okay.
But firstly, I need your word that you're not going to run the second I untie you.
Amy, don't untie him.
But, Xander, I need your word that you won't run.
In exchange, I need your word that if anything happens to you because of me, you'll end it quickly.
What do you mean?
Just promise me.
What? No, what do you mean? You need to explain what you mean.
If I end up hurting you or your friends, you saved me before. You've saved me again now. I owe you. If I start hurting you and your friends, end me. Do you understand?
Oh, I think we could promise that.
Shut up, Eden. What do you think the demon will come back? Are you now bonded to it? Is it like it's left, but that's like temporary?
He always comes back.
Right. Okay.
I mean,
I love how dismissive that was. It was just like,
all that work.
Xander, do you have any idea did you hear what he said to me?
I'm barely aware of what he does. It's this cacophony of nightmare noises.
Okay. You don't know why what he was saying things in here, and I just like tapped the side of my head.
No. I know that he has some kind of plan. I don't even know what that is.
Okay. And how long does it take for him to come back, usually, from when he leaves?
Depends on what he needs. He's never been driven out like that before. I have no idea.
Okay, well, look, I'm not going to hurt you. I believe that if he comes back, I can drive him out again. I will also not let my friends hurt you. I look pointedly over my shoulder at Ed. But if you are out of control, I will do what I can to subdue you in the situation. Is that agreeable?
I'll agree. I would rather you just end it.
Well, then I'm probably not the one to be talking to. But
Can I step forward?
To them.
look, it won't come to that. We'll deal with this. It's fine.
He raises his head as Erden steps forward.
I think we both know the only solution is to just end it now, to free you, as you say.
No.
Okay, Erden turns to Amy. Amy, I understand we have our differences. We don't see eye to eye. But you can't save this man.
Yes, I can.
I've seen this.
Can be saved, Eden.
No, I've seen this before. He's with this demon. They're entwined now. You can't separate them.
Okay.
Even if we could, he's betrayed who he is, and he can't be brought back from this. The best thing to do is to kill him.
No. So, Eden, I don't know if you sort of picked up through our journeys, but one of the things that I'm looking for is a way to defeat the very demon that is within our friend Xander. And if he keeps coming back, it's almost a way for me to keep track of where he is. You know, like I mean, obviously the main thing is he's our new friend. We don't hurt our friends. That's just like how this works. But having the demon there that we could potentially like at least know where he is. If he comes back into Xander, then like we know where he is, and it's, you know.
You're falling into the same trap. You think you can control it. You think if it came back, you'd, be able to control the situation.
If we kill him, the demon will just enter another body. And then we won't know whose body that is. And it could be anywhere. It could be the guy that's leading the army. It could be someone in the army. It could be the head of a state. Like, we don't know. We know that he comes back to Xander, and while Xander's alive, we have a vessel that we know he'll return to. It's better to keep him under control and in our watch than it is to send him out into the world looking for another body.
Okay, I go back over to the unconscious man.
Yeah, I take that as a win. So back to Xander. So, that sound alright to you?
He slowly nods, but I would like Amy and anyone that's watching Xander right now to give me a quick insight check. So Anakis and Eden can choose to do this. Eden's turned and is going the other way.
18.
Okay. And I suppose Anakis, Eden, even though you're like healing and stuff, you can, if you choose, sort of like glance over and see. It's entirely up to you.
8. Yeah, that's a natural one. I am not.
What was Kerry's result again? Sorry.
18.
18. You do notice that while he's nodding and saying yes to you, a quick glance up towards Eden as he's walking away. You can tell that while he's agreeing with you and may very well ultimately swing to your way of thinking about things, Amy, he's still like on a surface level agreeing with Eden. He's actually thinking, you know what, Eden's right. Holly killed me now. But he's not voicing that at all.
Okay, but I can kind of pick that up.
Yes.
Right. Can I step up so I'm like face to face with him? And just like very gently put my hands on either side of his cheeks and like turn him to be looking directly like at me.
Go kiss him, Amy. Kiss him. Sorry.
You save him with the power of love.
Do it.
And just say to him very like calmly, I've got this. You can trust me. And then can I
kiss him?
no one else is like actually can see this, can they?
Oh, come on.
Well, with you sort of cupping his face and pulling really close, no.
Yeah.
No one else will be able to see or hear this.
You're gonna end our break.
Oh, I'm just gonna do it.
Perfect thing to end our break.
I'm gonna let my eyes glimmer ever so slightly.
Just asking for it.